This is what many of us have been asking for and waiting for, and it's finally here. And it's to A/B test titles. So if I click on this button, what you can see is that we now have the ability to test titles. So in the past, it was only thumbnails that you could test, but now we have the ability to test titles. And this is massive as a YouTuber because it's going to give you the data you need in order to grow your channel and to get more clicks. So I'm going to talk about why this is so powerful if you are on YouTube, and also some things that you might not have thought about when it comes to how to best do this. But before that, let's explain the different ways to do this. So we can test the title only, which means that the thumbnail is going to stay the same, but what we can do is test up to 3 titles. Now, let's say you get under 500 views per video, then I recommend just doing 2 titles to begin with. But if you're a channel that is large, then you can test 3 different titles. Now, going back up here, if you want to just keep doing thumbnails, you can do that as well. But we can also test a combination between the title and the thumbnail. So I see 2 ways in which you can really approach this. The first way is to ensure that you're only testing one variable for the thumbnail and for the title. So we can think of it as thumbnail 1 and thumbnail 2 and title 1 and title 2. So we might want to have title 1 here. So we're putting title 1 and title 2 here. And with this, we're going to have thumbnail 1. And on this one, we're going to have thumbnail 1 too. So what we're doing here is all we're testing is one variable, which is the title. And I know I spend a lot of time thinking about the best title for a video, and you don't really know what's going to work until you test. So this is really useful for us. And then with this one, I would do title 1 and then thumbnail 2. So this way you can test 2 different titles and 2 different thumbnails at the same time with just one variable being changed. Now, if you are a large channel and you get data in quickly, then you'll be able to do this test and then see which title's working best and which thumbnail is working best. Introduce that as variable 1 and then do a similar test again. And then you can keep testing in a way so that you have the highest click-through rate. Now, while that is going to work really well and you're going to get the data you need, there is a different way to do it as well that I think is important. And it just goes back to packaging the video as one. So the title and the thumbnail going together. And an easy way for me to explain this is, let's say title 1 is 10 amazing ways to do X. But title 2 is never do this if you want X. Now, the video content is going to decide if you are able to do this. But let's say it's a video that can lend itself to aspiration, but also lend itself to fear. Then title 1 will go better with a thumbnail that matches aspiration and it matches this positive outcome from the title. Whereas thumbnail 2 might need to be something more fear-based in order to get this title to work. So we can also test concepts within the same video. So I'm going to try both of these methods out moving forward when it comes to testing titles. But also, with this, it also allows us to do the following. And to help me explain this, we can look at a video like this, which has had this baseline of around 600, 500 views per day, mainly through search. And there's a caveat here that I'm not sure how much the title change is going to affect search. So you might want to be a bit careful about updating past videos that have had search results coming in. But you can take a video that did really well and then flatlined, or a video that's doing pretty well, but you want to get better results from it. You can go to old videos, and like I've done with this one, if we go here, you can test the titles on old videos too. Now, I've been testing thumbnails on this video for a while, and I've managed to increase the click-through rate. But I'm just running this new title test here, where I've wanted to update the title for a while, but I don't always know what's going to work and what's not going to work. But this is going to just give me the data in terms of watch time when it comes to running this test. And here's another video that I'm running a test on right now as well, that had a lot of views in the past, and it's had 3.3, nearly 3.4 million views in total. But I noticed that the click-through rate was dropping, and it was actually quite low around here at 2.9%. And then I ran some thumbnail tests to get it back up to over 5%. So you can see by doing some thumbnail tests, you can have a massive effect on the click-through rate. And packaging is such an important part of YouTube and getting a channel to grow and for it to gain momentum over time. So I'm going to see this as a great way to go back and update old videos to boost that conversion rate. And it's not guesswork anymore, we're using testing to know exactly what is working. To start with the latest news, I'll leave a link in the description to this blog post. That is from the YouTube official blog. I talked about the A/B testing with the title here, and also some new ways to ask Studio as well. So if you're new to this channel, then please subscribe and then also watch another video which is on your screen now. Oh, and let me know how you're going to be using this feature on YouTube to test titles.